Good evening, everyone. This is Robert Jamieson here on Thursday the 16th of May. Welcome to our online chess lesson for tonight. It's a freezing cold night in Melbourne and I'm here on my lonesome tonight. No guest student tonight, so I'll be doing what I've done in the past and unmuting a few of you as we go along for 5 or so minutes so you can have a go at helping me look at today's games. So be prepared. Now, the puzzle we've got for today is one involving a bit of imagination. I thought that would be a nice topic to talk about. I've been having a chat with Lawrence Matheson recently, one of our better juniors, and he thinks that not many of our current junior players will become really good players because they don't have sufficient imagination. So I thought today we'd put you to the test, see if you can come up with some imaginative moves and perhaps improve your own imagination and your ability to spot really interesting moves. Okay, now let's have a look at the puzzle. Who shall we get to help me? Let me see, Benji perhaps. Hello Benji, are you there?
Yes.
How are you tonight?
Good, thanks.
That's good. Now you've had a look at the puzzle. What do you reckon?
I don't think he should take.
Okay, it looks like it's a free pawn there on d6 because it's attacked twice and defended once. So why are you scared of taking it? What's your problem?
Well, because... Well, then... Well, the queen there's probably not very good as well. So you probably want to try and get rid of that. There,
so
maybe.
You think it's more important to try and get rid of black's queen from that attacking spot than grab a spare pawn? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's have a look here what people have said. Callum doesn't like taking and Harry doesn't like it. Daniel wants to take it. Sam wants to take it. Justin and Julian don't want to take it. Bridges says no. So it looks like we're about 50-50 whether we take or not. Okay. Well, let's have a look. We'll see what happens. Let's say white takes with the knight. All right. If you were black, what would you do here? Would you take back or would you do something different?
I'll probably take back.
Yeah, all right. So let's go take. All right. So now white's won a pawn and the bishop's attacking our rook. So it looks like black's in a little bit of trouble. What do you think? Is this going to be good for black? Have you got some really good idea here? Or has white just picked up a pawn within a bishop attack on the rook?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Now, as I said, this puzzle's about imagination. So if you're just coasting along, looking at all the normal moves, you'll never play a brilliant combination or get your game published because you've played some fantastic move. What you need to do is what most of the top players do, is they look around at different candidate moves that you and I probably wouldn't look at because they look silly on the face of it. Maybe they sacrifice our queen or lose a rook for nothing. But once they look a little bit deeper, they might see something. Might recognize a pattern of a nice checkmate or something like that. Now there is a pattern in this position that gives black a really clever idea here. If black uses his imagination, he can find a really nice plan. So I want someone to try and tell me what is the pattern in this position that black might recognize that would help him win the game. Anyone want to have a go on the questions? So Harry and Joe are liking f takes g3. And Oliver's liking rook b2. Josh is liking fg3. Julia's like rook b3, but I can't take it, can I? So Benji, can you see any pattern, attacking pattern for black?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think f takes g3 would be good.
Will be good. Okay, so you want to go takes. Now, what if he just takes back? Let's say takes back the h pawn. Have you got some good follow up then or not? Next move, white can put his queen out to f3 maybe. It's looking pretty safe. Don't see anything? Let's go back. All right, now I'll give you a hint. I don't think anyone's come up with the right answer. Oh, now hang on. Sam's come up with an interesting idea. Sam said f3. Now, the pattern I'm thinking about, let's have a look at white's king. Now, white's got a fianchettoed position without the bishop. So his white squares around his king are really weak. And we've got a queen in there attacking the king, but the queen's not going to checkmate by herself. She needs some help. Okay, so Benji, what sort of mating position could we get? It may not work at the moment, but can you see an idea for black? Daniel's seen it now as well. Look at the weak white square. No idea? What do you think, Benji? Any idea? Nope. Benji's not going to come up with an idea. All right, we'll try Daniel, because he's come up with an idea. You there, Daniel? You there, Daniel?
Yep.
All right, what's your idea?
What's your idea? F3.
Okay, now, F3. Now, that would be a checkmate next move for black, wouldn't it? Queen on G2. But the problem is, white's queen's going to take the pawn. All right, so you've come up with a really good work. So, can you use your imagination?
Rook B1.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Daniel. Well played. Okay, Bridgesh has also seen it. So the winning move, Rook B1, deflecting the queen. So now we've got two options. If queen takes the rook, we just come in F3 with that checkmate. Now it can give us one or two spite checks, but we get out of the checks and it's mate on F2. And if we go back, where are we? Instead of taking the rook, there's one other move he could do. He could do queen E2, but then we would have a really clever move. Can anyone show me what we could do now to get a checkmate? Yes, Joshua's seen it. Daniel's seen it. Yeah. So we could play F3, deflecting the queen again. The queen can't defend the rook and G2. So like if queen takes pawn, for instance, we've got rook takes rook checkmate. Excellent. So that was a nice little puzzle showing you imagination, where we had to have the imagination to see we could get away with F3 and rook B1 to deflect the queen. That sort of pattern. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. So well done, guys. That was excellent. All right, let's move on now today to a game. All right, now I've chosen today two games if we have time. They're fairly short games. They're very famous games. And at some point in these games, you will really have to use your imagination and come up with a really, really clever move. So what I want you to do is look at all checks and captures. That's what I normally say. If you think there's a combination on, look at all checks and captures, and we'll see how many of you can use your imagination to spot the clever move. Right, now this first game is a game between Reti and Tatakova, way back in, I think, 1910. And it starts off as a Caro-Kann. Now, who can help me with this? Let's try Joshua. You there, Josh? Hello, Josh, say something. Josh isn't going to talk to me, all right? I'll try Oliver. Hello, Oliver, you there?
Yep.
Right, how would you like to help me with the start of this game?
By like going probably D4.
Yep. This is the Caro-Kann defense, which is meant to be a really solid, safe defense for black. All right. Yep. What would you do for white here?
Probably go knight C3.
Yep. He's attacking our pawn, so we can defend it and develop a piece at the same time, so knight c3 is really good. Now he takes, we take. All right, how do you think we're going now?
Not bad. It's pretty much
What?
about even. Yeah.
Okay, but we've got an extra move ahead in development army because we've got a knight out and he hasn't. And who's got more space?
Probably white.
Yes.
So,
Yes, because our pawn is on the 4th rank, so we've got space up to there, whereas black's pawn's only on the 3rd rank, so he's only got space up to there. So we're a little bit ahead in development, and we're a little bit ahead in space, so we're going all right. Let's see what he does here. Knight f6. Okay, so now he's wanting to trade knights. So we can either move our knight, or protect it, or swap. What do you reckon you'd like to do?
I'd probably protect it with the bishop going to d3.
Okay, is there a problem with bishop d3? Have you asked yourself what's he going to reply?
Probably get probably go bishop f5. Bishop
All right,
f5.
just hang on 1 second. All right, so we're back here. We've decided we're going to play bishop d3. Now remember, I say to you guys, when you've decided on your move, before you make it, just have a quick look around to see it's not a blunder and he hasn't got a really good reply. So let's say bishop d3. Now you have a quick look. Is there a move he could make that you might have overlooked that's going to win him something?
Probably queen takes d4.
Yeah. Can he take that pawn, or you got anything up your sleeve, or you just lost the pawn?
Yeah, I didn't really see that.
Yeah, you just lost the pawn. Okay, so bishop d3, probably not the best one. All right, so what should we do instead of bishop d3?
Probably f3.
F3. Okay. What's the problem with f3? It supports our knight, so that's good.
It's probably opening up the king a bit.
Yeah, it's opening up the king a bit, and it's taking away the best square for your knight. Because we want to put our knight on f3, don't we? That's the best square for the knight.
Yeah.
All right, so we're a bit stuck, guys. Can you help us? What would you do for white? What's the good developing move here that's going to make our knight be safe? Or should we swap off the knights? Tom's going knight f3, but we lose our knight. Bridges wants to do the swap. Daniel wants to do the swap. Josh likes swap. Sam likes queen f3. Justin and Julian have come up with the right move. Well done, Justin and Julian. So the move they played in the game, queen d3. So that protects the knight and means that our d pawn's still protected. So that solved that problem. Now, black plays a really funny move here. He plays e5. What do you think of that on first appearances, Oliver?
It's a bit weird because you're not really going to expect that.
No, you're not meant to be able to equalise that easily, just pushing the pawn in the middle and all that sort of stuff. So maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. So let's have a good look. What should we do? It could be a blunder.
Yeah, well, we probably wouldn't take because then the queen goes down. Then you have to move c2 to.
We could take with the bishop though if he swaps the queens.
Yeah.
That would develop a piece, and our pawn would still be on e5. So we'd be a pawn ahead, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that'd be pretty good, but maybe he's got something else.
Yeah.
Should we take or not take, guys? Tell me on the questions. Should we take on e5 or maybe play knight f3 or something, develop a piece? What should we do? Josh likes take. Bridges is a bit scared of take. Anyone else want to have an opinion? Sam's a take. Justin's not take. Daniel wants to play c3 to defend his pawn. Looks like they aren't sure. All right, so Oliver, what would you like to do? What do you think?
Probably move the bishop out to e3 or move to c3.
Okay.
It's either bishop e3 or c3.
If possible. Now in the game, the Grandmaster made a different move. He went and did take. Okay, so that's interesting. So he's won a pawn, and he's attacking the knight. So on the face of it, this looks really good, but maybe black has a good reply. What should black do? So type in the question for me, guys. What should black do here, do you think? He's a pawn down. We're threatening his knight. So maybe he's made a big mistake with his e5, unless he can find a really good move here. Joey's suggesting knight g4. Justin wants to take on b3. Callum wants to go bishop b4 check. Sam wants to flip on e4. Joshua's moving the knight to d5. Joey's going bishop f5, which seems to lose a piece. Okay, we've got a lot of moves. Now, none of you guys have found the right move yet. We need to have our imagination. So do what I said. Look at all checks and captures and see if you can find what could be a good move for black. Because there's a pawn down here, his knight's attacked. You got any thoughts, Oliver? They're not coming out with the right answer for me. Can you sit away for that to pick up his pawn again? Joshua's... Not really? All right.
No.
Joshua has found it. Only one to find it. Remember, I said look at all checks and captures. So, Oliver, have you looked at all checks for black? Has black got any checks?
Maybe bishop b4.
Okay, so if he does bishop b4 check, don't I just play c3?
Oh,
and then he's
yeah.
got a problem because the bishop's attacked and the knight's attacked.
Oh, yeah.
So
Didn't
that's
quite
probably
notice that.
All right. Is there another check for black? Callum's found it now as well. Daniel's found it. Come on, Oliver, find me another check.
Queen a5, maybe?
Yes, very good. So normally it's naughty to move your queen out in the opening because it gets chased around by little pieces and you might end up losing it or something. But seeing black's given us that e-pawn, he really needs to get that back. So this is a clever move, check. All right. What do you want to do now, Oliver?
Probably move the king.
You want to move the king? You won't be at a castle.
Oh, yeah. Maybe go...
Block it with the bishop, the knight, or the pawn? Or
Probably the bishop. The bishop.
Probably the bishop. All right. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Because we're attacking his queen now. All right. Now, he takes the pawn, so he's got his pawn back. Oh, now hang on. I think we could be in trouble here. Let's have a look. So his queen is now attacking our knight. So he's got the pressure coming down here, and the knight's attacking the knight as well. So he's got two pieces on our knight, and we can't move it because it's pinned. And we're only defending it once. Okay, help. Maybe we've made a mistake. All right, guys, got to help us out here. So on the question, what do you reckon white should do here? His piece is attacked on e4, so he could be in a bit of trouble. So Sam and Bridges are going f3, Justin, Daniel, Callum going f3. Thomas is going knight f3, which seems to lose a piece for nothing, and he just takes on e4. Josh has said bishop a5. I don't understand that one. Daniel said b5, which isn't quite legal. Joey says castles. That's a bit strange. All right, thanks, Oliver. I'll move on and try someone else. Thanks for your help there. I'll try, who will we go to? All right, we'll go to Joey. You there, Joey?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. You've come up with a funny move. You said castles. Doesn't that just lose your knight on e4?
No, after you've castled, you can move your rook across onto the e file.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a clever idea. All right. Daniel's gone bishop g5, which probably isn't very good either. All right. So most people are going f3, but you prefer castles. You reckon that's the better way to go?
Yep.
Make you safe, and then you get the knight back. All right. Thank you for that. Let's have a look. What did he play? Oh, he's played your move. There you go. So he must think this is better than f3, or maybe he's made a mistake. All right, guys, this is a bit strange. He's left that knight there on e4 that we could take with our knight or our queen, or we could do something else. So you guys can be black. What would you like to do? What would be black's best move here, do you think? Josh is saying he's seen the game. Joey, bishop f5. Josh likes bishop e7. Sam likes bishop f4. I think you mean f5. Queen h5 from Oliver. Brijesh likes queen takes e4. Justin says resigns. What do you think, Joey? Joey, what do you think black should do? Should he take that knight or do something different?
Bishop f5.
Bishop f5. Okay, so then he'd be going for a triple attack on that knight. Okay. That looks pretty powerful. What could we do there? Maybe we could take the knight though. You'd probably take with a queen perhaps. Then we just move our queen somewhere maybe. I don't know, queen over b3. I think white's looking fairly safe there. All right, so you still like bishop f5 or anything else?
No, I prefer bishop a2.
Hang on, bishop a2. There's no bishop attacking a2.
a3.
a3. Ah, okay. You like to play bishop a3 because you're hoping I'm going to take it and then you're going to zip down there and checkmate me.
That's one way.
Okay. Well, that's a clever idea, and if I fall for it, that's great. What happens if I just take the bishop? Oh, hang on, before that, no, I won't do that. You'll go bishop a3. I'll take your knight first, then I'll take your bishop. Have you just lost a bishop?
No, I'll checkmate you.
Where?
Instead of recapturing, no.
You were in
No,
check.
you're right.
So have you just lost a piece?
I think so.
Looks like you just lost a piece. All right, interesting idea, but one move threats don't really work. I'm surprised most of you guys don't want to take that knight on e4. So the normal move, well, let's have a look. Queen takes knight. What could white obviously do here, Joey?
Rook
Queen
e1?
takes knight. Yeah, so rook e1, and we pin the queen. So we've lost a piece, but we're getting the queen for rook and knight maybe. Okay, so so queen takes knight will be silly, but in the game, black's played knight takes knight. So he's doing it the other way around. All right, guys, what should white do now? We're a piece down, but we can get it back probably if we try hard. So what would you like to play for white here? Josh has come up with the right answer because he's seen it before. Callum likes rook e1. Oliver likes f3. Daniel likes rook e1. Joey likes rook e1. Justin wants to play queen takes e4, which is rather strange. Want to give up your queen. Derek the same. Why would we want to give up our queen? Callum wants knight f3. Derek wants bishop f4, but he just plays queen takes bishop check. What do you think, Joey? What would you want to do here for white?
I'm not too sure yet, but I'm thinking maybe move the d2 bishop.
Okay, you're a rook down, so where would you move that bishop that's a good square?
I'm not sure, I'm still working on that, but it might be threatening. Checkmate.
Actually, if that bishop wasn't there, let's say the bishop was on e3 or somewhere, what could white do?
Queen d8 checkmate.
Yeah, queen d8 checkmate. Now there's an idea. So our brain, if we're really clever, has recognised the pattern that our queen and our rook are in line here, and we could get a checkmate if that silly bishop wasn't in the way. So that's one bit of pattern recognition that might help us. So what can we do? What about rook e1? Isn't rook e1 the obvious move? So we're going to try and get our knight back. And then if he plays f5, we can just play f3 and pin the knight and take it back next move. What do you think about that one? Joey, would that be a good idea?
Yeah, I guess.
Better than being a piece down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So far, only one of you has used his imagination, and that's because he's seen it before. So, this position, put your thinking caps on. Remember what I said at the start. White has a really good move here. Derek's found it. And we'll see how many of you can find it in 10 seconds. Derek's found it. Daniel's missed it. Callum's missed it. Joey's missed it. Justin's missed it. Oliver's missed it. Joey's found it. Haha. Bridget's missed it. Nope. So it looks like we've only got Derek and Josh. So Joey, you found a good move, have you? What is it?
Queen d8.
Yes, remember how at the start I said look at all checks and captures, even if they're silly? Queen d8 check. What a move. He's got to take it. And what do we do now?
Move our bishop.
Where?
Maybe.
Be
F.
careful. Where?
No.
Be very
F4?
careful. We're now a queen and a knight down for nothing.
No.
So if we just get his queen back, we'll still be a knight down for nothing.
Bishop
Come on.
a5.
Almost. That would be a double check, and double checks are really strong, but we have an even better move than bishop a5. Josh is screaming it out. Look at all checks and captures.
Bishop g5.
Bishop g5, double check. Now, if he goes to e8, we've got rook down d8, checkmate. If he goes to c7, what have we got?
Bishop d8, mate.
Yes, bishop d8, checkmate. So what a fabulous finish. He's sacrificed a queen and a knight to knock off a grandmaster in about 11 moves or something. And all because he had the imagination to look at all checks and captures and see that queen d8 thing. So that was really good. So congratulations to those of you who got that, even though it took a little bit of help. Okay, so that's the first game. Let's move on now to the second game. Okay. Some of you may have seen this, some of you may, I hope, have not. This is a very famous game also. All right, thanks, Joey. I'll see if I can get someone else to help me with this one. Okay. Daniel, are you there? Hello, Daniel. Say something. Daniel can't talk to me? Okay. Try Callum. Callum, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Good.
That's good. You want to help me at the start of the second game?
Yeah.
All right, so this is Edward Lasker versus Sir George Thomas from, I think it was London 1912 or something like that. So let's get started and see if we can get our imagination going and get a nice, brilliant finish. So it goes d4, e6, knight f3. Oh, now he's played f5. I suppose you know what opening that's called?
No.
Seen that one before? That's called the Dutch defence. Now, it's a little bit dodgy. Can anyone tell me what the dodgy bit is about the Dutch defence? type in the question, what is the problem with playing F5 on move 2 here? Why do some people say this is a bad move? Rajesh has got the right idea. Josh also. Yep, they're saying it opens up the king side. So if black's going to castle on the king side, his king's going to be a bit more open with that F4 there gone from F7. All right. Well, it's our go. What would you like to do now, Callum? What move should white make?
He should play knight c3.
Knight c3. Yep. Were it me, I'd probably play c4 because I rave on all the time about getting the 2 pawns side by side there. But in this game, he's gone knight c3. He wants to get his pieces out quickly. So black does knight f6. All right, what do you reckon we should do now?
Bishop g5.
Very good. So we're developing our piece. So if we did, say, e3 now, our poor old bishop on the queen's side, he'd be blocked in. He can't get out. Whoops, wrong thing, sorry. Yeah, he's blocked in by the pawn. He can't get outside the pawn chain. So instead of doing that, we'll move him out first. So we ask ourselves, what's the best square? And g5 with that pin looks pretty good. What do you reckon black should do here, Callum?
Probably h5.
Pawn to h5. Why does the pawn want to come up there? What's good about that?
I mean h6.
I mean h6 to chase him away, so you can swap off the bishop for the knight. Maybe, I might drag our queen out a bit early. All right, any other move you'd look at?
Bishop e7.
Yeah, bishop e7 looks good because then maybe next move you can chase him away, and if he takes the knight, whoops, you can recapture with the bishop and your queen won't be out early. The other move I'd look at if it was me playing, I think I'd be looking at d5 on the simple grounds that white can't get his pawn to c4 now, so he can't get the 2 pawns there. So if I stop him putting pawn to e4, he's not going to be able to get the 2 pawns side by side, and I'm going to have more control of the centre. So I wouldn't mind d5, but in the game, he did do a second move. He did bishop e7. All right. Now white comes up with an interesting idea here. So guys, see if you can help us. What do you reckon white should play here? Remember what we're trying to do. We're trying to get our pieces out, control the centre, and make our king safe by casting. So Oliver's liking e3. Callum likes e4. Bridgesh likes queen d2. Justin likes knight e5. Nathaniel likes d5. Sam e3. So we're getting a lot of different moves. Okay, Joshua likes e3. What are you preferring at the moment, Callum? What do you think?
e4.
e4. Okay, but if you go e4, what happens if I just take it? Have I just won a pawn, or have you got something good going?
Then you take.
So you take, and I take you back. Now I'm
Then
attacking
you
your knight.
take. Then
Take
I
on
can
e6.
take with the bishop.
All right, then I'll take you back with a queen.
Then you put your knight on e5.
Okay, who's got more pawns, you or me?
Him. You.
Black's got more pawns, hasn't he? Yeah. So, is it still going to be good for you? Like I might just castle now, so because we were threatening queen h5. So you've got one piece developed, but I've got an extra pawn. My queen's developed. I made my king safe, and my rook's pretty attacking too. I reckon black's going all right. All right. So no one's come up with the right idea. Interesting. So this is how we learn from when a grandmaster makes a move that we weren't expecting. We think, oh, what's going on there? So the move he played, bishop takes knight. Now that looks a bit funny because I normally say to you guys, don't swap until he attacks your bishop. Because that means he has to waste the move. But in this case, he's ripped in and he's swapped. Now, why would he do that? Callum, you got any thoughts? Why would he do that swap now without us even attacking him?
Because so he can get his pieces out quickly and get developing.
Yeah, what's his next move going to be?
Knight c6.
No, it's White's go. Why did White swap on f6? What's his idea? He must have had a reason for giving up a bishop for a knight without the bishop even being attacked.
I think it was to get some more of the centre.
Yes, exactly right. So he now plays e4. So he's saying, look, after all, I've got my 2 pawns side by side. I've got my 2 knights on the best square. I'm controlling the centre. So maybe this is a good plan. Let's have a look. What should black do you think?
Knight c6.
Hang on. Is that pawn on e4 going to worry you, or is that going to zoom up and attack your bishop?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably going to come up here and gain some space and stuff. So what do you think we should do?
d6.
Could do d6. What he did in the game is he swapped the pawn, so he hasn't got the 2 pawns side by side. So pawn takes, knight takes. Okay. Now, black's having a look at his position, and he says to himself, my bishop over here. Now, I'm in a bit of strife here because I want to get this bishop out, but it's blocked by all these pawns. So what can he do?
You could play b6.
Yes. So black said, all right, I'm going to play b6 so I can get my bishop out, and my bishop then will be on this fabulous longest diagonal on the board. So that'll be a good spot for my bishop. All right. Now another tricky moment, guys. We didn't do too well with the last one. See if we can do better with this one. White to play. What should white do here? We need an interesting move for white. Everyone's got their thinking caps on and no one's come up with a move yet. Should we just develop a piece? We've just gone c4. Nathaniel's trying d5. Josh is going bishop d3, which is probably the obvious one. Callum's going bishop b5. Don't know what it's doing out there. Daniel likes g3. Daniel Pob wants to play knight takes bishop because Daniel Pob wants to swap pieces all the time, don't you, Daniel? Oliver likes bishop c4, which is a worry if he plays d5 maybe. All right, any of those moves appeal to you? Callum, what would you like to do?
c4.
c4. All right, well, I reckon the normal move would be bishop d3, putting our bishop out so we can castle and putting it on the best diagonal. But White's a little bit naughty. He plays a move that no one said. Plays knight e5. Okay, now that's naughty because he's moving a piece twice in the opening before he's got all his other men developed. But he must have had a good reason. So, Callum, can you tell me, now that you've seen knight e5, why do you reckon he did that? What's his plan?
He'll take back, and then then White will take with the pawn.
That's if black takes knight. Black doesn't have to play bishop takes knight. So if it was White's go now, what would he play?
He would...
Can you see a really good attack? Remember, look at all checks and captures.
Play
Queen.
Queen...
Got the right move.
Queen h5?
Yes, if it was White's go now, he would rip in Queen h5 check, threatening checkmate in there, and if it's blocked with a pawn, we can just zap it off Because if he takes us, we come in here, and no matter where his king goes, next move we can take this bishop. So we'll be winning material. So he's moved the piece so he can threaten queen h5 check. Okay. So when your opponent moves, you always got to say, what's he threatening? Well, we've worked that out now. So what should black do? He's got to counter the threat. What do you think, Callum?
No. You should move.
What's out for queen h5 check? We've got to be careful about
G6.
We could do G6, but that would mean our king is going to be a bit more open there, and our bishop's not protected anymore. Is there a better move? Bridges has got the right idea.
D4? D5?
D5. Does that stop queen h5 check?
No.
No.
Castle?
Yes. If we can get out of the threat and make our king safe at the same time, that should be a really good move. So Bridges saw that. Well done, Bridges. Okay. White to play. What do you reckon we should do now, Callum?
White should put the queen on G4.
G4. Okay. Why does our queen want to go out to G4?
To
That's
put a
something
pin on the, putting the pin on the pawn.
Yeah, but the pawn's not going anywhere. It's quite happy there. That pawn's making the king safe. Now we don't want to bring our queen out unless there's a really good reason. Our other guy, he's got a bishop developed, and he's got a rook developed, and his king's safe. We've only got 2 knights. So we really need to get some bits out, don't we?
Rook.
Okay, so what would be the obvious move to develop? What would be the obvious piece to develop here?
Bishop.
Bishop, yep. So we can castle. All right, so now we say, what's the best square for the bishop? So you tell me what you think the best square for the bishop is.
Bishop C4.
Okay, bishop C4. Why is that the best square?
Look, it's pinning. Oh, no, it's not a good square.
That's not a good square because he's going to come up there with a double attack. Okay, so let's go back. So what's the best square for the bishop?
Bishop D3.
Bishop D3, correct. So now we've got a good attack with the bishop on this weak spot up here. So black just says, all right, I'll develop my bishop. Okay, guys, now we need a few good moves coming up here. What should white play here? We've got 3 pieces nicely placed in the middle of the board. Looks pretty attacking. Josh has come up with the right move. What should white play here? Should he castle? Should he move a pawn? Should he swap knight for bishop? Oliver's going castle. Justin castle. Bridges knight f6. Daniel's got the right move. So Daniel and Josh are the only 2 with the right move so far. What do you think, Callum? What would you like to do?
Knight G4.
Knight G4. So you want to move the knight for the 3rd time. Is that threatening anything?
The bishop.
Doesn't he just take it back with a pawn? Is that a good threat?
No.
No. So if you guys want to attack, you've got to remember to get your pieces out. You've got to get more attackers than defenders. So the obvious move, which 2 of you got, well done, is queen out, your most powerful attacking piece. So now let's have a look. So we've got a bishop, a knight, and a queen, all attacking. So how many defenders he's got? He's got a bishop, a rook, and a queen. So we've got more attackers than he's got defenders. And we have a sneaky discovered threat, because our bishop is on this pawn, our queen is on this pawn. The only trouble is that our knight is in the way. So what would our threat be? If it was our move now, Callum, what move would we make?
Knight takes F6.
Yeah, we go knight takes F6, and then we go checkmate on H7. All right, so critical point. So I'll give you 3 defences for black. Okay, so should black push up rook pawn so it's protected? Should he play bishop takes knight to get rid of the attacker? Or he's got a sneaky one. He could play queen e7 so that when you take knight takes bishop, instead of taking with a queen, I can take with a pawn, and my queen's now defending the h pawn. So they're the three. So I want you guys to type which one you like. Do you like h6, bishop takes e5, or queen e7 if you were black? So we've got Lucas likes queen e7, Bridgesh likes queen e7, Nathaniel likes h6, Daniel queen e7, Callum queen e. Just about everyone's liking queen e7. What? Callum, which one do you prefer? You like queen the queen e7? Okay, that's what happened. Should have done bishop takes knight. Would have been better. Queen e7, but now probably you've been a bit naughty and you've forgotten to ask yourself, what is the opponent going to reply? So guys, here we go. White to play. What would you like to play here for white? It's your imagination working hard because we've got 4 attackers. He's only got 3 defenders. White to play. Oliver wants to play castles.
Oh, no.
Daniel likes knight g5. He's got a triple attack on that h pawn then. Josh likes knight g6. Daniel's now, other Daniel likes castles. Nathaniel likes knight d6. Lucas likes g4. We're getting a lot of different moves. Remember, look at all checks and captures and put your thinking cap on. Derek likes knight takes f6. Justin likes knight g5. Callum, can you help us? Have you got a good move?
Knight g5.
Knight d5. And we only have one player here with a good imagination, and he might have seen it before. His name is Joshua. And the good move is queen takes h7 check. Remember how I said look at all checks and captures, no matter how silly they are? All right, now, let's have a look, see what happens. King takes queen, he's got to do that. And the obvious follow-up, knight takes bishop check. Okay, now, if his king goes in the corner, what can we do to him, Callum?
We could go knight g6 checkmate.
Yeah, knight g6 checkmate. Okay. So his king has to come forward. So we've sacrificed our queen, so we better find a way to checkmate him or we're in strife. So what move could we do here?
We could do knight g4.
Which knight? I've got 2 knights, so you can both go to g4. Which one do you want to
Knight
move?
f.
Knight f? No. Knight e is the one. All right, now he's got to go to d5. What can we do now? We've got him running. And his king can only go to f4 and h4. It's only got 2 squares left.
f4.
Could do f4. What do we think? Oliver and Josh and Sam like h4. You want to go h4 or f4?
F. H.
All right, we'll go the h one. h4. Now he's got to come forward again. Now he's got no squares to go to. What can we do to him?
G3.
G3 check. Now he's got to come, he's only got 1 square, f3. Gee, we've nearly got him. It's a really vicious king attack. Okay, help me through. How can we finish him off? What can we do?
Bishop a4.
What about bishop e2? Bishop e4, he will play bishop takes bishop. Not bishop e4, bishop e2 check. So where's he got to go now?
King g2.
Okay, what can we do now?
Rook.
Rook where?
H2.
Check, all right. Now we've got to go g1, and now we make the greatest move in chess history. What do you reckon it is? Come on, everyone. What's the greatest move you could make here? Josh and British have missed it. Josh has missed it. Nathaniel's missed
King
it.
d2.
And Callum's missed it. Come on, use your imagination. Be clever. Justin's sort of got it. Castle's queenside checkmate. How cool is that? You get the castle and it's checkmate. So you could have gone king d2. That would have been checkmate as well, but castle is much prettier. So what do you reckon about that for a finish? Pretty cool? Yeah, no, that was great. And that all happened because we used the imagination to look at all checks and captured, and we played that Queen H7 check. So let's just go back. So we had this position, and all you guys were moving your knights and taking bishops and all sorts of stuff, but no one except for, I think for Joshua, looked at Queen H7 check. So that's what I say. Even if it's a silly looking move, look at it and then have a quick look. Maybe I've got something here, and then think, oh, we're off and running. We're chasing his king. Isn't this great fun? And if you can see 8 moves deep and they're all checks and they weren't too hard to find, then we get a beautiful finish. All right, well, thank you guys. That's the end of today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a little bit about being an imaginative player and looking at all those weird and wonderful moves, and you can use that in your next game. So that's the end of tonight's lesson, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Good night.